Okay, sorry. Please excuse the outfit choice. Couldn't explain it to you if I wanted to. Hello, beautiful people. Ah, yes, so today, you and me are gonna get intimate. I genuinely do want to know more about y'all and my subscribers. Who are you? Who are you? So I will be asking a couple questions for y'all at the end, like I said previously, so please feel free to leave comments in the comment section below. I asked y'all to submit some questions for me, and I'm just so excited to answer. And yes, I do scream a lot. I do cry a lot. And I want y'all to know I am more than just yelling and tears. Oh, fuck my sign! Apologies in advance if I can't get to your question. I'm gonna do my best to get through every single one, but if I can't get to yours, I'm sorry. Thank you for everybody who did submit questions, because low-key I was like, nobody asked for this. Nobody wants this. Okay, first one. Oh, this is like a dark question, actually. I'm gonna say that for later. Got a couple questions here that were kind of similar, so first one that was like one of the most popular ones was top 10 favorite movies. Alright, y'all. Are y'all ready for this? Please don't judge me. They're probably gonna seem like the most basic things, but I can't help it. This is what I love. This is what I love. So the first three are in particular order. The rest of them are in no particular order. Number 1, Pulp Fiction. Number 2, Fight Club. Number 3, The Dark Knight.
Listen, there's a reason why those movies have a cult following, okay?
Pulp Fiction was literally what opened my eyes to filmmaking, and I'll always love it for that reason alone. I'd never seen a movie structured the way that film was structured until watching that movie, and it just blew my mind. There's just so many quotable moments in it. Does he look like a bitch? Anyways, yeah, I love that movie. Fight Club, I mean, you don't talk about Fight Club, so I'm just gonna skip that. Dark Knight, I mean, I've seen so many people start complaining about it, that it gets too much hype now, that it's like, let's leave it rest. But honestly, it was so amazing. Like, it deserves the hype it gets. And after those three, I would give it to Inception, Inglourious Bastard. More recently, Parasite. I absolutely adore Parasite. That is filmmaking at its finest. It is so rare, in my opinion nowadays, to come across movies that are so well thought out, and this one was so thought out. From the symbolisms, from the camera work, from foreshadowing, so much foreshadowing. Obviously the overall commentary on wealth and social status. It's just all so brilliant. It's so brilliant. 500 Days of Summer. I love 500 Days of Summer. The way love is demonstrated in that movie is like no other. If y'all haven't seen 500 Days of Summer at this point, please do. You know what? I'm gonna throw in a Disney in there because there's just so much Disney to love, but it's hard to pick which Disney. But if I'm gonna have to go with one Disney, it'll be The Lion King, baby. Honestly, I'll go with Mean Girls because I grew up on that shit, okay? Mean Girls was actually my all-time favorite movie for a long time there. As I was growing up and was exposed to Mean Girls, I would rewatch that like all the time. All the time. And then lastly, I gotta give it to The Wolf of Wall Street. That's another one that's just hilarious to me. And it still weaves in like the darker tones and everything really well, but it's just so hilarious, obviously. Leo kills it. Jonah Hill is hysterical. It's outrageous, it's loud, it's me. Yeah, those would be my top 10. Yeah, I would say. When watching foreign language films, do you typically just always go subs, or do you prefer dubs if they're there? So when it comes to subs versus dubs, do what you will. I'm not gonna judge you if you prefer one or the other. I think people are a little bit judgy when it comes to that, but I'm not gonna judge. But for me personally, it always has to be sub. Reason being because while voice actors do a wonderful job and they're obviously hired for a reason, I just feel like I can't get the same emotion out of a voice performance than the actual performance that was done by the actor. Obviously, if it's voice dub, you can still see their facial expressions and everything, but there's just nothing like actually hearing the voice actor and hearing how they're speaking, if that kind of makes sense. Who or what was your inspo for creating your channel and deciding to post commentaries? Also, I appreciate your videos and the laughs you give me. Thank you so much. I love doing it for you. This goes along with a couple questions I got, you know, why I started YouTube as well. So yeah, to kind of tie in both questions, I have a long history with YouTube. Me and my YouTube journey, pretty much I've been watching Chris Stuckman for years. He's an absolutely outstanding film reviewer. Pandemic hit, and I was in a point in my life too where I could actually have time to start doing videos if I wanted to. Before, when I was in school, I definitely did not have time to do any videos if I wanted to. But now that I'm graduated and have my job and everything, I actually do have time after work to do my videos, right? So it was a mix of, you know, both pandemic, that, you know, there wasn't much to do, and then also just gaining that confidence in myself, because it took years for me to gain confidence in myself, and I still have work to do. High school and early 20s Becky was just not there. So with all that combined, I was like, why not? Why not start my YouTube channel finally? This channel actually started off as being film reviews and film reviews only. I've always had a passion for film and TV, and because of that, I thought, you know, I want to do that. I want to do what Chris Stuckman does. And it was pretty early on that I started to realize I didn't really like what I was making. I mean, look, you can do reviews any way you choose to, but for me personally, I felt like I was not good enough to do film reviews, and I didn't have the vocabulary in me that was capable of doing articulate film reviews. For example, just the way Chris Stuckman and other film reviewers are able to articulate their thoughts and actually give good criticism towards film and TV, I felt like I was struggling. I can honestly say I don't have great vocabulary skills. And I realized that pretty early on. Every time that I was making a film review, I struggled. I would sit here for quite some time just struggling, trying to put my words together and figuring out, okay, what am I trying to say about this film? That, plus also I felt like editing, it was very simple editing, and I just wasn't really getting any fulfillment. Prior to this point, I had never seen a movie commentary before. I didn't even know that this existed. But thankfully, a couple months into me doing those film reviews, I started getting exposed to Alex Myers. Loved his style of videos, but again, I'd only seen his videos then and thought, okay, well, I don't know how to animate, so there's just no way I could do that type of video. But then with his videos being served, I got Dylan Is in Trouble being served to me as well. I clicked his videos and I was like, oh, brilliance. Wow. Amazing. He's obviously a legend, deserves all the praise he gets. So yeah, so then I saw his videos, went on a full binge watch of like all his videos, and then I realized, hey, okay, so he does the whole bubble in the corner thing and, you know, moves his bubble around during the video, so yeah, I think that's something I could do. That's something that I could actually do. So then I made my first commentary video, which was on Bridgerton. Yeah, those videos are pretty rough, not gonna lie. I started doing Bridgerton commentaries just to dip my toes into it, see if I liked it, and then I started realizing I loved it. I was thriving off of making commentary videos and I wanted to do more. And then yes, and then my chaotic reactions were born, and then now you got the channel that you got. When it comes to inspo, like I said, definitely Alex Myers and Dylan Is in Trouble are the top two for me. Dylan Is in Trouble too, especially. I just admire so much how he puts himself out there. He's just not afraid, you know, he's not afraid to get in trouble. Some of the jokes he makes push the boundaries, and I absolutely love him for that. Especially, he's a big inspiration for me and shows me that you can put yourself out there. You know, don't be afraid to put yourself out there. You might have some people that hate what you're doing and hate you for putting yourself out there, but then you'll have the other people who do respond to it. There's just so many other great reactors and commentators out there. Like, it obviously isn't just limited to those two. Like, there's so many out there that I cannot give enough praise to. I hope to be as good as you one day. If that was a long ass answer, I apologize. So this kind of question also got asked to me quite a bit. Do I have a favorite kind of movie or favorite genre to react to? How do you decide what movies to react to? What have been your favorite movies/shows to react to? So first of all, how I choose my movies to react to. I'm still trying to kind of figure it out. as we go along. First and foremost, I do like doing new movies and TV shows just because relevancy, something new and people are talking about it, you know, I want to be part of that conversation. Ones that are of interest to me. Actually, that's a good way to describe it. Like new stuff, but that's of interest to me. I just did House of Gucci, which just got copyrighted and blocked. Thanks a lot, YouTube. I chose to do that one because I was actually genuinely curious to see how that movie turned out. Then beyond new, keep a little more variety on my channel too, that it's you know, not just me being sassy or joking around. I do love doing Disney Pixar movies too, just so that it's more, I don't know, like you can see a different side to me, I guess you can say. You can see my more sensitive side. What I would love to react to more so in my channel would be more underrated / weird movies. And when I say weird movies, I don't mean that in a bad way, like those are some of my favorite movies. And then this also ties into the other question that asks me what are some of my favorite movies to react to / genre. It would actually be the weird movies. Just because honestly, those movies allow me to be my craziest. Definitely feel like I can be my most wildest self with those reactions. Like, I feel like there's no boundaries with those reactions and I love it. Just so much material to work with when it comes to a weird movie. I kid you not, one of my favorite movies to react to was Lamb. But then those movies don't really get that many views from y'all, so I feel like y'all don't really like seeing that. I enjoy it so much, y'all. Not just the reacting part, but also the editing. So many fun edits I can make with those videos. Yeah. And I also got the question, would I ever react to other TV shows other than Euphoria? Recent subscriber for Canada. Hi, Canada. Yeah, I mean, I did Generation, which got fucking canceled. Loved that show. I thought it was so good. I did do Shadow and Bone as well, which you can find on my channel. And I did a bit of Gossip Girl 2021. But like Bruno, we don't talk about that. When it comes to other shows, there is one other one that is gonna come out actually later this year that I have been thinking about. Actually, I'll just tell you, I was planning on doing Moon Knight, the new Disney / Marvel show. However, I don't know because part of me is worried, like what if I don't really like it? Because if I honestly don't really like it, then I don't want Marvel fans coming for my ass. A part of me feels like I would like it. I love psychological thrillers, like I'm a sucker for that type of shit. So this one kind of seems more like it's going towards that direction. Because of that, I feel like I actually will enjoy this one a lot. I don't know, let me know in the comments if you would like to see that or not. If I genuinely feel like I'm gonna like a show, that's usually how I pick it. I definitely am open to reacting to other TV shows. I just don't know which ones. I do feel like I have to be very passionate about it because it is commitment. Oh yeah, and then the other question, sorry, what was it? It was favorite movie / show I've reacted to. Honestly, when it comes to show, I'm having a blast doing Euphoria. I'm so happy I started doing that. When it comes to movies, I had so much fun reacting to Lamb. It Chapter 2 was also so fun to react to and honestly such a blast editing as well. Horror movies are really fun to react to, I'm not gonna lie. I had such a fun time reacting to Spiral from the Book of Saw. Army of the Dead, I actually surprisingly had a blast with that too. Oh, Old! Oh my god, y'all, Old was such a blast! Yeah, those would definitely be some of my favorites. It's my favorite song or album of all time. By the way, congrats on 10K, you honestly deserved it more. Oh my god, thank you so much. Okay, so songs. Y'all. It is so hard to think of a favorite song of all time. Like, there's so much music. There's so much amazing music. We'll start off easier. We'll go with album first. One album that honestly does come to mind. And don't at me for this, please don't at me for this. But I genuinely I honestly like all of the songs on this album. Like I looked through and yeah, I honestly like pretty much all the songs on this album. Future, Love, Sex, Sounds by Justin Timberlake. Listen, a Sexy Back, banger. My Love, slaps. What Goes Around Comes Around, iconic. There was just song after song after song on that album that was just killing it, killing it. More recently, I will say, even though I don't love all the songs from it, I do love a lot of the songs from it. Montero, Songs though, okay, I'll say recently, again, please don't judge me for this. Recently, I have Rhinestone Eyes by the Gorillaz on repeat. The music overall that I'm into, for the rest of these songs, you'll come to find I'm a big hip hop girl. Call Me By Your Name. Love that. I Think I Love Her. Liger by Young Thug. If you want to throw it back, oh my god, Billie Jean by Michael Jackson. It's so unique. It's such a unique piece of song. Obviously too, Bohemian Rhapsody, that's a masterpiece in itself. Top 3 artists, that's hard too. Again, don't judge. Drake, of course, The Weeknd, and yeah, Ariana Grande. What movie soundtrack is stuck in your head right now? Shit. Right now, Inception was the first one that came to mind. One of my favorite composers though has to be Danny Elfman. I love Danny Elfman's work. Obviously we can't ignore Hans Zimmer, he's a legend. Alexandra Desplat. Please forgive me if I pronounced the name wrong, I probably did, but I love his music as well. Thomas Newman, yes, Thomas Newman. I know y'all didn't ask for this, but like, I have to give y'all some amazing composers. If you're a Disney Pixar character, who would you be? Ah, that's a great question. I mean, there's people I'd wanna be, but, but this is who I would be. Oh, if I'm gonna be honest, besides the whole memory loss thing, I probably would be Dory. Hola, question, what is your favorite telenovela you can remember? Mine is El Diablo con los Guapos or Teresa. Oh, and Rebelde. Can I just say, you scare me. Because those are literally my top 2 telenovelas. Who are you? We are besties. Oh, because when I read this question, I actually was shook. I was shook because Teresa, I can understand. That's a pretty popular, famous telenovela. But Al Diablo con los Guapos. Al Diablo con los Guapos. I haven't heard a single person talk about Al Diablo con los Guapos. So the fact that you love it too, wow. Yeah, I mean, you nailed it. Those are actually my top 2 favorites. And I would add on Pasión y Poder. Whoever you are, I love you. What's your favorite animal? That's a great question. I think it would have to go to penguin. If not penguins, then pigeons. I love how derpy looking they are. Top 3 worst shows, movies I've ever seen. Ooh, we're gonna throw some shade out here. Fair warning, if you love these shows and movies, please don't take this personally. This is just my personal choice. If you like these shows and movies, then that's amazing. I'm happy for you. With that being said, first movie I remember watching and actually hating watching in the theater that I actually wanted to leave the theater is this movie called All About Steve. Holmes and Watson. Holmes and Watson, definitely. Me and my dad love Will Ferrell and usually find his comedy absolutely hilarious. So we were excited to watch this movie. We were like, yeah, it's another Will Ferrell movie. Both me and him were watching this and literally I think it was within like 20 or 30 minutes of the movie, we both looked at each other and we're like, yeah, we don't like this. It was just not for us. And then third, I'll just give it to the Emoji Movie, honestly. Which surprisingly, since I've put it out, I've gotten a lot of comments saying that they actually love the movie. Which, good for you, good for you. Yeah, I did not enjoy my experience with that one. And then TV shows. Sorry for those who do love this show. I can see why you do love this show because I started off as a fan of this show. I have to say, Pretty Little Liars. Listen, again, I started off as a fan, okay? Like, when this shit first came out, I was living for it. It's just one of those shows that it's more for the shock factor than anything, but with no payoff. They leave so many plot holes. And I started to pick up on that on, I think, either season 4 or 5. If y'all have watched Insatiable, do I even need an explanation? And then third, I mean, again, I see where the fans come from with this, but still, I have to give it to Emily in Paris. I have a whole video talking about, you know, why I hate Emily as a main character, and it's just hard to watch with Emily being the main character. I'm part of the LGBTQIA+ community. I'm actually a cisgender, straight female, but I celebrate the community. It's a beautiful community. Who are some of my celebrity crushes? Please don't judge me for this. Okay, for like the first one, I'm gonna say no, he's problematic. I'm only saying this for looks. James and Dave Franco. Let's focus our attention more towards Dave. Let's just go with that. Other ones would include Cillian Murphy. Ben Barnes. I'll watch my Shadow and Bone reactions. Those are literally just thirst videos of me thirsting over Ben Barnes. What is my favorite color? Depending on what it is, like if I'm getting an item, I would say it's between rose gold and aqua / teal. How tall I am? That is for me to know and for you to find out. No. And for you not to find out. I am a whopping 5'3". What is my zodiac sign? I am a Scorpio, baby. How old am I? Are y'all ready for this? I am 24 years old. Seen like comments thinking I'm like a fucking teenager. Where am I from? Canada. Your fave hearts. I'm gonna assume that means my fave ship. My fave ship, I have so many fave ships, y'all, like of all time. Chuck and Blair. I know how toxic they are, but their chemistry was just off the charts, I'm sorry. Damon and Elena, loved them. Oh, freaking Skins had so many ships, oh my god. Effie and Freddie, loved them. Sid and Cassie, loved them. Freaking Naomi and Emily, loved them. Favorite meal? Seafood pasta. Have I ever been to LA? Because the accent is there. Yeah, I know, I sound like a fucking Cali girl, okay? I've actually gotten so many comments on it. I know. This is my voice, this is how I speak. I am sorry if it's annoying, but that's how it is. Do you think Euphoria is problematic? Honestly, I see why people would interpret it as problematic, but for me personally, I feel like there's a line between glamorizing and depicting. To me, I feel like Euphoria more so depicts rather than glamorizes. Depicts, you know, Rue having her addiction, and it doesn't show it as glamorous at all. It shows the consequences to drug use. What are some of your favorite YA shows? Sex Education, for sure. No question. Skins, even though, you know, it's not new anymore, it's more older, but I grew up on Skins. The original Gossip Girl, I have to say. I know it's not the best thing ever, but honestly, it's just so entertaining to me. Like, I can't help it. And season 1 was amazing. Euphoria, obviously. I did love the first 3 seasons of Elite, just for the drama. Who do you think was robbed for an Academy Award nomination, aka Oscar snubs? I mean, there's so many. Lupita for her performance in Us, Toni Collette and her performance in Hereditary, Jack Nicholson and his performance in The Shining. For some reason, Hollywood likes to overlook horror. I don't know why, because there are some amazing horror movies out there. Definitely those ones. La La Land not winning and Moonlight winning over La La Land. I have to admit it, I don't like that. I do acknowledge it is an incredibly well-crafted film. I have seen it myself. However, when I judge personally, I don't know how the Academy does it, but when I personally judge a film to be the best picture of that year, I think of it as an overall unit and how each department was utilized to make that film as amazing as it is, and how amazing each department was at their job. And La La Land had that for me. Like, the cinematography, incredible. The production design, amazing. The costumes, the acting, the storyline itself. Trying to coordinate all of those performances took so much work and effort. La La Land has, in my opinion, one of the best endings I've ever seen. It's both beautiful and heartbreaking. So for me, I thought overall as a film, that one was just incredible. Like, everything just came together beautifully. Also the soundtrack too. And then also Shawshank, not winning anything. That really doesn't sit right with me. Favorite comfort movie? I'd say honestly, anything Disney Pixar. I guess also I would put up their Bridesmaids. And lastly, I'd say Back to the Future. Pet peeves. When people are rude to the fucking wait staff. I did a whole ass rant about this in my Tick Tick Boom reaction, y'all. But definitely, that just, oof. Honestly, there's not too much that I find pet peevey. And just people being rude in general. There's just no need for rudeness. Do you live with your boyfriend? Yes and no. Long story short, we did get put the test of living together by ourselves. I think for pretty much half a year or over half a year, when it was COVID. Yeah, we were together and we were forced to, and we did it. I have to say, it really strengthened our relationship. So yeah, I'm back and forth between my beautiful Padres home, which is here, and then his place. Do I like cartoons? Heck yeah. Heck yeah, I like cartoons. How do you deal with copyright issues? Because I also want to start a reaction channel, but I don't know how to edit without getting copyrighted. Listen, if you don't have the movie playing at the bottom of your screen, like in a little corner, and the majority of video is you, if you know what I mean, if you don't have it set up like that, you're gonna fall into so many copyright issues. Top tips to give to you is definitely try and show only about 10 seconds worth of footage before cutting to the next scene. Beware of music. You will automatically get copyrighted. If there's any pop song or just any music playing, you will get copyrighted. Mute it if you can and have yourself talking over it, or replace it with a different track, like a copyright-free track. What advice would you give to your younger self? Don't be stupid. Love yourself. I had so many self-love issues when I was younger, that's for sure. Are you doing YouTube full-time? If not, what else do you do for work? I love your vids, recent subscriber, thank you. No, I don't do it full-time. It's a hobby. A lot of work though, because yeah, literally I have my full-time job I do during the day, and then I go immediately right after from the full-time into doing the filming and editing. That was a lot. That was a lot. Sorry again if I didn't get to your question, but thank y'all for submitting so many. I appreciate that. My questions for you now would be, 1, your top 3 favorite movies. 2, your top 3 favorite shows. 3, what is your inspiration? Yeah, I hope this, you were able to get to know me a bit better, and I get to know you a bit better through your answers.